Cars and Auto Accessories How To. Written by Owen Jones. Narrated by Robert Sebastian Cooper. Table of Contents. Hybrid cars in the early 20th century. Hybrid cars, the vehicles of the future. How do hybrid cars work? Air conditioning in cars. Hybrid cars and hybrid trucks. Hybrid cars and city living. Hybrid electric engines. Wedding car business. Short history of hybrid cars. Modern sports cars. The prestige of owning an Italian sports car. The difference between Formula D and stock car racing. What type of cars are NASCAR cars? Getting assistance to rebuild a car. How to improve your car. Car detailing. A smart car interior with regular cleaning. Hybrid cars in the early 20th century. You will probably be surprised to know that hybrid cars have been with us since the earliest days of automotive history, but you will not be surprised to be told that the technology has come on in leaps and bounds for the last 10 years. In fact, technology in hybrid cars has reached the level where fuel consumption in a hybrid can be half of that of in a conventional internal combustion engine-only car. Half or even less than half under sure circumstances, like driving in town, especially in heavy traffic. In fact, when a hybrid is either cruising on electric or stopping and starting in heavy traffic, there'll be no consumption of petrol or diesel whatsoever, which means that you're travelling without cost. I put without cost in parenthesis because a hybrid vehicle is still substantially more expensive than a car with a traditional engine. However, even given the added cost of a hybrid vehicle, you can save that excess price during the average lifetime of the vehicle because of the saving on fuel. Naturally, the higher price of the fuel, the sooner you will recover your extra initial outlay on the price of the hybrid. Perhaps you're thinking that hybrid vehicle manufacturers are profiteering on the backs of car drivers who would like to do their bit for the environment. Well, you would not be alone in thinking that. But the price of developing hybrid technology was and still is expensive, and someone has to account it. That is you and me, the end users. Well, that is standard, but in some countries the government has stepped in to subsidise individuals who buy a hybrid vehicle because governments all over the world are under oath to reduce their country's carbon footprint. That means that now is as good a time as any to buy a hybrid vehicle. There are other reasons why a hybrid is costly though. The hybrid really has two engines. A hybrid has a traditional engine run on traditional fuels, and it also has an electric engine which runs off expensive batteries. It is not that you have to replace the batteries as with a radio. The batteries are expensive because they're very heavy-duty rechargeable devices. The technology for recharging these batteries is also groundbreaking. The car makes use of traditional alternators to recharge them, but it also uses braking power to recharge them as well. Not only that, but the car's onboard computer alternates between the two motors automatically, depending on the amount of power that is required by the driver. Keep an eye on the hybrid car market because prices are declining, and coupled with subsidies, the time to purchase a hybrid car might come sooner than you think. Hybrid cars, the vehicles of the future. A new kind of hybrid has entered the English language. Not so long ago, if you heard a snippet of conversation containing the word hybrid, you would have assumed that it either referred to a rose, as in F1 hybrid, or possibly a wolf dog variety. However, nowadays someone saying the word hybrid is more likely to be referring to a vehicle. A new sort of car that has two engines and burns far less petrol or diesel than its antecedents because it relies on the contemporary technology of solar or
Sample complete. Ready to continue?